Hi, Mark Shucklingham from Valtitude. Um, Based on our work, we recently put together a demand planning maturity roadmap. There was a lot of interest from our constituents. People wanted to kind of assess where they are in their demand planning maturity curves. And we also plan to do something on the S&OP side, given the more recent debate and a lot of AI slop between demand plan between S&OP and IBP processes. So we classified based on our client experience. We have worked with clients over the last 20 years in different sectors. So based on our experience and based on the data that we had and our consulting playbooks, we classified companies in terms of five different levels of maturity. So level one through level five. Level one is what I call as reactive. Really, somebody who's starting out in terms of this process, they don't really have much of a process. It's more reactive. Level one is reactive. So mostly sales driven plans. Primarily, they use Excel as their tool, their forecasting tool. And forecasts are pretty much done by the sales managers, any type of orders they take, or the numbers come directly from the sales planning system or the CRM system. So the demand planners more act like a conduit, right? They are not really demand planners, they are just more like demand coordinators. That's a reactive level, the very first level. Now, they could have different levels of the reactive levels as well. Level two is repeatable. They have a small monthly process, some type of a nascent monthly process. They have a monthly forecasting cycle, they have a stat baseline, they have done some type of ABC segmentation, and they do demand review. There is a monthly cadence to it, they have structured some things. So the repeatability of the process, characterizes the level two folks. And level three is a little bit more mature and defined a process. They have defined a demand consensus process. At the end of the monthly cycle, they have a demand consensus. They have cross-functional alignment. So they have a specified demand plan, some statistical forecasting. They may have a system and they define a statistical forecast. They define a consensus demand plan based on talking with cross-functional folks. And then there is a constrained supply plan. The demand plan is now fed into the MPS process and they have a constrained supply plan. There is a distinction between demand plan and supply plan, those companies that are in level three. They also have a disciplined tracking process of KPIs, demand forecast accuracy, forecast bias, and what have you. So level four and level five are a little bit more advanced, and we'll talk more about that another time. Thank you.